Hello, wonderful people, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are here in this village. I forgot what its name was. Kozama'uka, I guess? Something? Okanu. Yeah, that's the name. Alright, and we're trying to save the festival here. Let's see. We should get some rest before the excitement begins. Let's see. Over there by the float, isn't that the third promise? Then the rumors are true. She's trying to complete the feat of reeds by reviving Ihih'hana. The festival is a prayer for healthy crops, but does she honestly believe that it will be enough to save our harvest? The second promise, meanwhile, barely glanced at the fields before leaving Okanu altogether. Maybe we asked too much of our young claimants. Oh, I wouldn't be too quick to count Koana out. A friend of mine overheard him muttering by the reeds. Something about what needs to be done. Is that so? Perhaps we'll get to see another of his innovations firsthand. That sounds like our Koana. One look at the reeds was all he needed to think up a solution. Be that as it may, our own solution is nearly ready. Indeed, as soon as the others get back, our long-awaited festival can begin. Yay! Time for festival. It took some doing, but we managed to gather some competitors to vie for the title of Wings Chosen. The winner was only too happy to donate his feathers. You should have seen it. He called forth an incredible gust that sent his feather sailing for miles. We had a turn ourselves, but it's more difficult than it looks. Poor Aaronville twirled in the air for a moment before landing on his foot. I'm a gleaner. Magic is not part of our training. As for us, we've brought the wooden gemstones replacements crafted by vtuber. All that's left is to attach them. Nice. It's been decided who will ride the float. Papa was the guest of honor the last time I was here. I remember being surprised I could even lift the thing with his hulking weight on top of it. The rider must be a personage of great esteem, which is why an invitation is usually extended to the Dawn servant. This time, however, I have another one in mind. Oh, who is it? I mean, obviously Buklama. Without her, there wouldn't be a festival. Our beloved Ihih'hana, the lifting of wings, is only being held because of you and your companions. Thus do I nominate you, Vuklamat, as our guest of honor. Me? Yeah, the future Dawn servant. This boat won't make me seasick, will it? I hope not. I don't think so. Then weigh anchor. I can hardly refuse a request from one even more enthusiastic about the festival than me. I would be delighted to ride your float. Thank you, Wuklama. I have roles for the rest of you as well. We'll be carrying the festival float in a slow procession towards Kozanuaki, where the sacred likeness of Kishai is ensconced? I don't know. What I'd like you to do is clear the path of dangerous wildlife so that the procession can move along unimpeded. Consider it done. You expect me to sit still until Vugebu has finished with the float. Let me come along and help with the clearing. As you know, I'm not much for fighting. I'll stay behind and assist Vugebu with the repairs. If you're unsure where you need to go, the path I spoke of begins at the south of the village and branches off to the east. That will lead you across the bridges to the Stride of the Sun. Then we shall see to clearing it end to end. Alrighty, let's go clear the path. Right, here we are. As Ihih'hana said, kozama'uka should be down this way, then off to the east when the path branches. Then something about bridges and the stride of the sun. Anyway, let's split up and get to work. Once you've called all the threats you can find, we'll meet up in front of Ihih'hana? I don't know. Well, let's go. Alrighty, here we are at an altar. Looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. That's my chocobo, by the way. Looks a little prettier here than on my other account. Ah, you were a step ahead of us. This must be the likeness of Ihih'hana, the Ihih'hana deity of the harvest. Even their sacred images are woven with reeds. It reminds me of something I saw in Academia and either. I was half expecting a flying whale. Makes you appreciate how much the culture revolves around the reed harvest, doesn't it? It said that Ihih'hana was worshipped on another continent. This ancient faith was then brought to Tyrol by the first Ihih'hana. The Hanu migrated here from another continent, and mayhap the two do share a common ancestor. This is all very fascinating, but shouldn't we be getting back to Ihih'hana? He'll want to know the path is safe for the procession. Right, and I need to ride on the float. I'll run ahead and tell him we're done here. Alrighty. Oh, where's he going? Meanwhile, in Urqopacha. Uh-oh.
Not sure we heard you right, old man. Why don't you say that again?
As many times as you'd like. The third promise tasked me with repairing this float, and I'll not relinquish it to an uncultured brute like you. Much less one that can't even manage a simple greeting.
We wanted to handle this in a civilized way, but we're more than willing to kill you.
We have a two-headed problem. Yes, please hurry.
Why doesn't he get disqualified if he uses stuff like that to win it?
She's on her way back already?
Stand back, Wukevu! I will protect the float!
Yeah, he sounds very sure about that.
Are you trying to be brave, little bird?
I could never have repaired the float alone. Not properly. But thanks to Urqopacha and her friends, we can hold Ihih'hana again! This is a priceless treasure! And as festival leader, I would die to protect it!
Very well, if that's what you want.
Urqopacha!
What?
I put everything into that blow.
Good. The better for you to understand the gulf between us. But you need more lessons. We'll carve them into your mangy hide until you cry and beg forgiveness.
Hey, I'm here to save everyone.
Your brilliant plan was to steal the float and take the credit. The so-called blessed siblings are nothing but cheats.
Your scorn is sweet music. Come, weaklings. We'll crush you each in turn. Or all together, if you'd like.
Try me.
Calm yourself, Chosen One. If you fight in earnest, this will end in a massacre. What's more, we have word that our other prospect is on the verge of success.
Then it would be foolish to expend effort sweating gnats.
Lucky for you. Eh?
Ugh, two heads. I see Mamuk still clings to that loathsome hope.
Talk to us, Third Promise. You're not dying, are you?
It'll take more than that to kill me. So, are we having this festival or not?
Yes! Yes, we are!
Thank you for coming to our rescue. I tried to protect the float, but against the two-head, I may as well have not been there at all. Nonsense. You stood your ground and bought us the time we needed to make it back. You were incredibly brave. Aww. Cute. Knowing the Hanu. Hey! That exciting interlude over, you'll be pleased to know that my repairs are finished as well. Before we commence the festival, however, it would be a courtesy to inform the villagers that Ihih'hana will be held after all. Go forth, but do not forget your greetings. At this stage, I should hope the reminder is unnecessary. Ohokali, see, I remember. Alright, let's go greet some people, I guess. What does Shemodon say? Okay, I'll do that quickly. Alrighty, so the first person isn't so sure what to do. Thank you for letting me know. I would very much like to attend the festival, but the repairs should be finished as soon as possible. What to do? Go to the festival anyways. Let's go to the next one. And the next one... Ohokali. The festival is about to begin. What do you expect me to say? Besides, of course, I'll be there. Cleaning up the storm's aftermath may have been hard on us all, but the lifting of wings is tradition, and the joy is one at that. I won't sit here brooding my days away. Give me a moment to get ready. Okay, I see the next one right there. Ohokari. What? The float is fixed. Our fallen friends would be glad to know that Ihih'hana will soon be underway. They would have wanted us to honor them with celebration, not let their loss deter us from it. I must go and enjoy the festival for those who no longer can. Aww. Alrighty, let's go back. Alright, here we are, and we got a beautiful sunrise. I love it here. It's so nice. The Hanu were pleased to hear their festival was going ahead, I imagine. Yes. That as well. Once your friends return, the lifting of wings can begin at last. I don't know, I just thought the festival might be nicer in sunlight rather than in the dark at night.
So few have come.
Patience. Once Ihih'hana gets underway, no Hanu will be able to resist joining in.
Just so. Ukewu knows well the heart of the Hanu. Have faith, third promise, and climb aboard the float. It is time for the lifting of wings.
Yay!
Right. Off we go.
It's party time.
Ihih'hana is a prayer for bountiful harvest. But this is not its only meaning. It is also an exchange of pledges between rider and bearers, a commitment to a long and fruitful friendship.
Listen well, friends! The personage we bear today is Urqopacha, the savior of our beloved festival! Let your shoulders burn, or your feathers fall out, but do not even think of dropping her!
That's really cute.
Ready and...
Wait, maybe she does get seasick.
I could get used to this.
Will empty bellies stop you from joining in the fun? Come and help us carry the float!
Well, well, well. To see the day that Dawn's promise would ride our boat again. We've not had the honor since you were here, Gulul Jaja.
Right, we've enough bearers now. Onwards to kozama'uka!
There's still 4, no?
Watch well, for you are about to bear witness to the true glory of Ihih'hana.
Damn.
The float draws upon our life force, concentrating and amplifying the energy. Ihih'hana then receives that energy and expels it in a great burst, where it showers down upon the land to replenish its vital currents.
Aww. So pretty.
It worked.
Damn, that grew fast.
Like a literal charm.
The float really was helping the reeds.
That was amazing! To think that such a thing was even possible!
Well, that was adorable. Damn. Should I have left the float behind like that? I was so excited to see the reeds. Nothing to worry yourself over. My brethren have been swept up by festival fever last I see. They were taking turns at the carrying poles on the way back to the village. Please feel free to look over the fields and enjoy the sight of what you've accomplished.
Some of them still look a bit sickly.
I imagine even the harvest magic has its limits. If the Hanu continue their festival tradition year after year, though, the entire field should eventually recover.
Where does that leave us with the feet, then?
You've got nothing to fear on that account. Our situation could never have resolved itself. The revival of even a single reed would have served to demonstrate your commitment to the task.
Pretty sure they could have done the festival without us.
That you recognize the nature of the float and found a near-perfect solution in Ihih'hana proves your dedication. What's more, I don't think I've seen the festival produce such impressive results since I was a mere chirper. We have been lax in maintaining the float, diluting its magic and reducing Ihih'hana to hollow theater.
Connor!
He's gonna find the
I
solution
was
for the
delayed
rest.
by an unpleasant encounter, but it seems I arrived at a good time.
Ta-da! They both pass.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
What? You just pour in some mystery liquid and problem solved?
Stagnant ether was to blame for the reed's poor condition. I assumed that was an alchemical concoction which enhances ethereal conductivity. It utilized the flowing water as an ethereal current, thereby promoting the transfer of life energies.
Why didn't Elfino think of that?
A
Why is
method I could not
everything
have
laggy?
devised without the education I received at the studium and the cooperation of my Archon allies.
Archon allies?
No.
You see, Lamachi, this is why we need to embrace foreign knowledge and technology. Employed appropriately, they make light work of what would otherwise be arduous labor. There's no need to lug around heavy floats.
Well, you always were the clever one, brother.
Your approach was no less effective, Urqopacha. It achieved the same result.
Indeed it did.
And you enjoyed the festival, yes?
I mean, that's the thing, like, you have your own culture and, like, traditions and stuff, but you can still, you know, take, like, knowledge and technology from other stuff. Like, you don't have to, like, you know, you can have both. That's the beauty of it.
I did. It was so much fun. Having visited your village before, I thought I knew everything about it. As it turns out, I knew very little. About the reeds, about Ihih'hana. With all I've learned this time, I feel as though I've really come to know the Hanu. And I like you even more now than I did before.
The feeling is mutual. And it's not just you who had a lot to learn either. I'll never look at our float the same way again.
The two of you have exceeded expectations. Come forth and claim your stones.
So this is what they look like.
Go on, set it in the tablet.
A perfect fit. That leaves 6 more.
And on to the next.
Not even a moment of celebration. That's Kona for you.
So then Fankert and Urqopacha are working with Kohana, I guess.
A third promise? You must join us for Ihih'hana next season. As Dawn Servant, of course.
Right. It's back to Tulihiola for now. Thank you for having us. I look forward to seeing you all again.
These are interesting times indeed.
The concoction was brewed by Kona himself. It's a test vial, but it should contain the same reagents.
Good work. We'll use whatever we must to win. For win we must.
My journey has just started and already I've met so many wonderful people. Bukebu for one, he's a bit eccentric, but everyone could stand to be as respectful for the cultures as he is. And Linu Hanu, it warmed my heart to see him honor his departed friend through Ihih'hana, and to help others do the same. I can't help but feel excited thinking who else I might meet over the course of the contest. Come on, let's head back to Shibalya-tia. Let's go back. Wait, let's enjoy the view one more time. Damn, I love it here. It's so nice. I don't want to leave. But let's go. Alrighty, we are back with the good music. And just like that, we found an elector and won our first keystone. I knew I was right to trust your instincts. Come on, let's keep things moving and march onwards to Urqopacha. Chances are good we'll find an elector there as well. Before we do anything, however, we should see what your opportunistic Pelu friend has to say. To Urqopacha. Oh my god, I see llamas. Or alpacas, I'm sorry. I've been waiting for what feels like days and eaten enough of Urqopacha's tacos to feed an army. What is it you'd like to know? Our main concern was confirming the state of the road ahead. As I recall, to reach Urqopacha, we depart from the Arch of the Dawn, then take the road west at the first fork. Should we be wary of anything along the way? It is indeed the way to Urqopacha. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you'll be doing more stumbling than walking. But do take heart, when it comes to rugged terrain, we have the most dependable solution available. Come with me. Oh, please be an alpaca. Let's go. You see what I see? You see what I see? That looks like alpacas to me. May I introduce to you our most dependable companion, the alpaca. Yes! Oh my god! Looks so cute. She's not happy. These animals can traverse Urqopacha's steep mountain trails as if they were gentle fields, and all while carrying heavy loads. Our merchants would be lost without them. So they fill much the same niche as our chocobos back home. You don't have alpacas in Eorzea? No. Alpacas are native to Dawntrail. Eorzea has its chocobos and the eastern lands have their horses. Wait. Horses? Horses? I haven't seen horses yet. Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack beast in a place which ill suits its qualities and where it is not needed anyway? But must we ride these little monsters? Yes. I get the impression you aren't fond of alpacas. When I was small and being a bit naughty, I went around pulling on their wool and one of them spat on me and it was the farthest stench you can imagine. But then maybe don't pull on its wool. I see. What are they like to ride? Alpacas bred as mounts are inquisitive and docile. Even those without experience find them easy to handle. We're really doing this then. So was my information useful to you? Yes, very helpful, even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good, I take my payment now. You want me to pay you? I guess I should have expected as much from a Pelu merchant. Let me see what I have on me. The Pelu value the act of spreading joy through trade, as you should know. They take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. Here you go, a fair price for your fair advice. Yes, I made a trade with the fur promise herself. My friends will never believe this. I shall be on my way now. I wish you safe travels. Off you go then, and thank you. Oh, the ears. I better not get spit on again. You brought that on yourself. Remain calm and gentle, and so will they. I'm still not happy about this, but if we need to ride alpacas to reach Urqopacha, then that's what we'll do.
Turali poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea.
That looks so cool.
Indomitable and eternal, it arises from Urqopacha, the 100 peaks of time. Of all the beasts which crawl and fly, only the legendary Valigarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's serene majesty. Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawn Serpent, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne.
Now I can't wait to explore this. It looks so pretty.
So this is Urqopacha. I've never actually been here before.
The air is so crisp and clear. Mountains everywhere you look.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence. It puts me in mind of Som-Al.
That is Urqopacha, the tallest mountain in Yogg-Tural. Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
Oh? Do tell.
Where to begin?
Excuse me, but you're Urqopacha, are you not? I hadn't thought to encounter one of the Dawn's promise here of all places. But I should introduce myself. I am Bolnok, a weaver by trade.
Well met, Bolnok. We're on our way to Wachunpelo.
Oh, truly, I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the Pelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch. The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
Mezcal, is that a local beverage?
It's an Urqopacha specialty. A spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool. They did offer me a discount, though, so it wasn't a bad deal in the end. But listen to me, boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels. Oh, silly me. I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say. Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, Third Promise. You have my support in your bid for the throne.
Aww.
I gather from his tale we would be foolish to underestimate Pelu merchants.
Yes, they do more than run the markets in Tuliolal. Pelu peddlers can be found everywhere in Tural, traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas. They are effusive and engaging speakers, and many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
Wachunpelo's down the path! Off the main road! Don't get lost!
It's right there!
The music is so chill, I love it. Oh my god, it's so nice here. Ah! I love this village. I love this place. This is it, Wachunpelo, home of the Pelu. Urqopacha should have arrived before us. She's probably already inside, no? There we go. That's not good. You've come all this way for the right of succession. Oh, so this means I'm exchanging words with the future Dawn servant. Please, the outcome is far from decided, but it is a possibility. How fortunate then that ideal in cloaks woven from especially luxurious alpaca wool. Such garment would look magnificent when draped over the shoulders of our budding ruler. The nation's ruler should dress her best for her adoring people. Yes, finery for our finest lady. That's right. Come, third promise. My well-stocked shelves are but a few steps away. Finest lady? I like the sound of that. Uh-oh. She's Gustinian, I guess. Alright, I suppose a quick look wouldn't hurt. What did we just talk about? Ernville, when did you... Ah, a Shatona from far off Shaktural. Northern winters are bitterly cold affairs, I'm told. I cannot imagine how you survived them without a lovely warm cloak of quality alpaca wool. No thank you, I'm not in the need of new clothes at the moment, and neither is the fur promise, perhaps another time. Of course, my shop door is always open. You were saying something about not being easily charmed. I was just... As I mentioned previously, the Pelu people live for bringing happiness through trade. They won't cheat you or sell you defective goods. They will, however, disarm you with their deft turns of phrase, and unwitting customers like Wuklamat fall prey to this affable approach time and time again. Your only recourse is a clear and firm refusal. They won't pursue the matter should you make your disinterest plain. A valuable insight into the minds of the Pelu. Let us all take Ernville's words of caution to heart. Nice. Traders of happiness. Not my finest moment, I'll admit, but now that we're here, let's do what we came to do. Find the Elector. Allow me to propose a strategy then. Krile, Alice, and I will speak with the merchants. Wuklama, you and Ernville might try approaching travelers and passers-by. And I'll pray investigate any of the other establishments which catch your eye. Should we learn aught of use, let us relay it to the Fur Promise. Alrighty, let's investigate. Alrighty, we are here with a distillery worker, the Dawn Servant's Elector. I thought you were a new face in town, here for the right of succession, I take it. Me, I don't much care who sits the throne, so long as they keep Tural peaceful. People tend not to be in the mood to relax and sip our excellent mezcal once arrows and spears start flying, if you know what I mean. Speaking of which, would you like a cup? A joy shared is a joy doubled, I say. Oh right, yes, you were asking about that Elector business. Being but freshly returned from my trading route, I've heard that there's a contest afoot, but not much else. Our head ledger, Tobley, could probably tell you more about it. Alright. Man, I really like this village. Let's go. Next up is an impatient porter. Electors, oh yes, I've heard all about the right of succession. They're looking to put a new ruler on the throne. Personally, I'm rooting for Soralja. If the first promise wins, he'll look to expand our sphere of influence. That means access to more resources and more customers, and the thousands column potentially. So many new trading opportunities to spread happiness far and wide. Others have been coming around to my way of thinking, so I've begun crafting goods inspired by the Brazilian sun. Would you care to purchase something? Please just answer my question. No, I would not. Very well, you said you wanted to know about the Elector. I could help you, but I won't. I can tell you're no supporter of Soralja or his policies. Okay. Well, let's continue then. We are on the family ranch, and there are even more alpacas. I love it. Hello there, I'm Mabru. Did you have a question for me? Yes. Sorry, I don't know about any electors. You should take a moment to see our prized alpacas before you leave, though. Oh, but be sure to admire them from a respectable distance. Get too close and our nervous darlings may be tempted to spit on you, and that stuff stinks. It happened to a visiting buyer not so long ago. Tobly, that's the head rancher, was so mad at me for not giving a proper warning. No one makes a mistake without Tobly noticing. He knows everything that happens on this ranch. Alright. Well, let's go back to Buklamat. And here we are. You really have to watch yourself around these silver-tongued peddlers. I almost bought a bottle of mezcal and a stack of blankets, and then there was this enchanting ornament. Anyway, I did manage to learn that Tobly is the man to talk about the contest. Now, if only they'd share where this head ledger of theirs is to be found. That's a good question. Really, it's also the head rancher. Well, the alpaca ranch is not far from here. I say we pay it a visit before the others return. Let's go! And here we are, back at the ranch. That is a lot of alpacas. Still, we know the head ledger could be here somewhere. I can let fear deter me. Not to say that I'm scared, of course. Excuse me, is one of these workers Tobly? Tobly? Oh yes, he likes to mingle with the ranch hands and keep an eye on things. I can't tell you which one he is, though. You can't? Is this part of the contest? All I can say is that Tobly often mentions his favorite pungent subject. He also can't resist a profitable trade, though who among us could? Am I right? Still, if you bring him a very good deal, he might let his identity slip. So it's like a game. Easy enough. All I have to do is offer Tobly a deal he can't ignore, no problem at all. Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay everyone we think might be Tobly. Let's ask some questions first to narrow down the field. Great, we can meet back here to share our impressions. Oh, that sounds like it's gonna be annoying. I mean, that is probably not Tobly. Well, obviously I'm not Tobly. I mean, oops, I shouldn't have said that. You're meant to find out for yourself who Tobly is, or if an elector is even in the village at all. Good luck. Right. Boastful. Nonchalant. Diligent. I mean, he's like watching everything. Ah, a visitor from across the salt, if I'm not mistaken. Be warned, the alpacas will spit if you startle them. I suggest you keep your movements slow and deliberate. You think I might be Tobly? Well, maybe I am. All I will say is that in this village, none have reared more alpacas than I. Am I Tobly? Yes, that's me. Excellent work from the Fur Promise and her entourage. Sharp instincts. Shall we commence the rite of succession then? What? I'm confused. I see we're both done with our interrogations. So, who do you think it is? I have my suspicions, but let's hear your pick. I mean, one said it was him, but I doubt that he would just say it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like, he said he is it. Whatever. He seemed unconvincing to me, but that's your choice. Then that's who we'll talk to. Oh no. Are you gonna go through all of them now? I offer you a deal. The truth of who you are in exchange for a tidy sum. What do you say? I say hand over the coin. The truth is, I'm not even a ranch hand. I just like to come by and watch the alpacas. You don't even work here? I knew I should have gone with my gut on this one. But now's not the time to more waste the coin. We need to regroup and rethink this. Well, then you say who you think it is. Like, I don't know. Was there actually a hint? Oh, I don't even remember who they are. I don't even remember what they said. Oh, whatever. The work is so intent on stable chores. I had my eye on that one too. Time to rip the mask off our mystery branch hand, so to speak. Oh, I guess that's the one she also had in mind. We know it's you, Tobly, and to prove it, I propose a deal. A generous sum of coin for confirmation of your true identity. An offer I gladly accept. As you have correctly guessed, I am indeed Tobly, head ledger of Vatumpelo and head rancher of the family ranch. I am also one of Chacha's chosen electors. In a place featured in the Tuliolal saga, just as we thought, though it took more coin than I would have liked to know for certain. She found you out fair and square, Tobly. And I'm glad she did. Would have been a pity had her bid ended here.
Deducing the Dawnservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
Right. Not hard at all. Zorolja.
I am told the head ledger, Tobly, is to be found here.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobly. That's part of the test.
You're Tobly.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed. With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge. Per the Dawnservant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered a number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one. You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
That sounds easy enough.
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Bring out the example!
So cute. I can't.
This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, third promise?
Oh no.
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said.
Sad.
Ah! The little monster spat on me! Ah, oh, that stinks. I can't.
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Wild valley breed like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with their catching.
Okay.
The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge. And when you reach the end of the rite, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
Very well. This won't take long.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
True, I mean, what do you need to prepare for?
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas. But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
I mean, we rode here. Wasn't that pleasant? I think they were nice.
Are you alright, Urqopacha? We thought we heard you scream.
They took their sweet time
The
to
third
come.
promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
Scream, in other words.
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly did.
I had to go and wash that nasty stuff off my face. I think I got all of it. But would you mind taking a sniff for me, just to make sure? The stench has ruined my sense of smell. Hey, I saw that look. Hey, level up! Nice. Alrighty, but that's gonna be it for today. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like if you like what you see. And obviously subscribe if you would like to see more. I try to upload every single day. So yeah, thanks again for watching and bye bye!